means of the voice is the cost of fame. The characters, especially the seven, has to deal with the cost of fame. How do you relate to this with your own career as actors?
That's interesting.
Well, I think it's about. I think it's also about absolute power corrupts absolutely. So it's not just specifically the fame; it's specifically the power that comes with that, and then the damage that does. There's obvious metaphor and parallel with the star system and famous people and how that really screws with people. And what if those people had superpowers and were unstoppable? And I think there's a lot of there's obvious parallels. But as an actor, how do I relate to it? I would say it doesn't really. I play a psychopath, so I feel careful when I say it. I feel like that's a really appropriate way to deal with it. No, it's a very. It's complicated because on the one hand, a lot of the characters, like my character, for example, loves it, but then, as we see in season 2, that gets challenged more as well. Like the fabric of his being is built on public adoration. So what happens when maybe that lessens or sells, and where does he go from there? I think everyone's got a different relationship with that. Except you, female, because
I know, I have a
you don't have to
great
go through that.
relationship. I don't have to worry about it because everyone's so scared to come in. No, but yeah, I think everyone's experiences are very different. I know that Erin's experience shooting in Toronto was a lot different than mine, I'm sure. I didn't get harassed at all. I didn't experience anything negative so far. And the only reactions I've been getting is, you look so different from your character. I'm not crawling on the floor anymore.
But you're still wearing pajamas every day.
I know, I got the better end of the deal. But
Yeah. It's hard to relate to the characters that we play in that way just because, as Ann said, they have this power dynamic. Not only are they the most famous people in the world and they're, astronomically rich and all these things, but they're the most, I don't know, it's difficult. How do you, there's no way to really relate to it because it matters so much to A-Train specifically. He lives or dies for the fame and the money and those things to him mean more than, being a hero. He doesn't care about saving people's lives. I'll do whatever it takes for me to keep the money in my pocket, or I just want to be the most famous athlete. I want to be the best. I want these things, but for me, those things don't matter as much. So I feel like I'm driven by something different than the character.
We also have a very. All actors say this, and I'm sorry, but we do have a wonderful cast. We do. There's no asshole on the cast. There's usually one. It's usually me. But these guys seem like they like me so far. But truly, there's not a bad egg amongst the bunch, and there's nobody that would have a personal relationship that is similar to any of the characters.
Well, I don't know about that.
Apart from Erin.
Well, she is a good superhero. That's just why,
Yeah, but I think what I'm saying is our relationship to the way that the characters behave around and deal with fame and power is based on observational experience rather than personal experience, because it's a very grounded bunch of people.
I feel like it'd be hard to be on our show and be making the commentary that we're making about fame and corruption if you were seduced by that type of thing. I feel like what I've observed is people, no one on this stage, particularly Jessie and Ant, are like their characters, but I feel like the point in the show to relate to is the commentary being made on everything, as opposed to sort of when your characters thrive off of these things. I think that's one of the reasons why, from just talking to castmates about our pilot script, I think that's one of the reasons why we all were attracted to the project in the first place is coming from this world in LA where unfortunately this does exist, and let's make this cool thing that kind of exposes it and is kind of, you know, realistic about the dark side of fame and power and corruption.
Which has never been more prevalent than now. You know,
Yeah.
This is the right time for this show. I think that's why it's striking a chord with so many people, because, you know, look around. The world is going through some pretty interesting changes, some very big, ugly changes, and we not so subtly tackle that stuff.
Ain't you twits lucky that I showed up?